Hello there, my name is Angel. I'm wearing my Santa Fe shirt. Here is my little brother Avon.
Hi.
Anyways, before I start this video, I would just like to say something. My little brother has a YouTube channel, which is also my second channel. So please subscribe to him. He has 60 subscribers. So let's help him get to 100.
Yeah, 100 by the end of the year.
Maybe so, if you make a great content, even.
Okay.
Anyways, we are here to react to one of Mr. Nightmare's videos, which are no longer seen, but we can also be seen. It's called 6 of the Worst Deaths in Disneyland and Disney World. So, Ava, do not get chills. Everything will be fine, okay?
I think you're the one that's gonna get scared.
Whatever. Let's start the video. Hopefully the villain. Okay, here it is.
Okay.
It's known as the happiest place on earth, where families can go to have fun, feel safe, and forget the problems and stresses of the real world. Disneyland and Disney World. However, despite the general public's awareness, there is a very long list of accidents, many of them fatal, that have occurred at the Disney parks. These are 6 instances of tragic accidents that have happened at Disney parks.
Before we continue, we like to say we live in California and we always go to Disneyland.
Yeah.
Oh, there is this one time before Ava was born. Before you were born, Ava, we went to Orlando, Florida, and we went to Disney World. And Universal Studios Orlando. Before you were born.
I only remember Universal Studios. I don't remember going to Florida.
Yeah, because you were never born. Sorry about that, Ava.
Okay.
Number 1.
Number 1.
You hear his voice change?
In 1996, Mickey's Starland was renovated and reopened with a new cartoonish look and the brand new name, Mickey's Toontown Fair.
You remember that, right?
This is the smallest of the 7 lands in the Magic Kingdom and is basically an area designed for the younger kids visiting the park, and is the best area for meeting characters. Of all the attractions in Toontown, Roger Rabbit's cartoon spin is the most popular, but also the site of one of the most gruesome accidents in Disneyland's history.
We wrote those before.
4-year-old Brendan Zucker, who was seated in the far right side of one of the taxis, fell out of the car while it was in motion and got caught underneath the car behind it against the tracks.
You recognize that scream?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Let me show you the scream, what I'm talking about.
I think that's from a meme.
Yeah, hold on.
I think that's from a meme.
This is the scream.
Okay.
I can't believe Mr. Nightmare used that scream. Let's continue with the video.
He suffered severe leg, arm, and spinal injuries, cardiac arrest, and brain damage as a result. Shockingly, Disneyland staff did not call emergency services for a full 5 minutes after the accident. Rather, they notified Disneyland security first instead, as that was actually company protocol at the time. This incident led to Disney changing this policy. While Zucker did survive that incident, he never fully recovered and died at the age of 13 in early 2009.
That was when I was 4.
How did he die if he didn't die right there?
Did you hear, Avon? Did you hear how much he suffered?
Suffered severe leg, arm, and spinal injuries, cardiac arrest, and brain damage as a result. Never fully recovered and died at the age of 13 in early 2009.
Rest in peace. I hope you're in peace now.
Number 2. In 2003, Marcelo Torres, age 22.
If you haven't noticed, 2003 is the year where our big brother was born.
Yeah.
Was waiting online along with countless other thrill seekers for one of Disney's most recognized attractions, Thunder Mountain, not imagining that he would be riding the train to his death.
I love that ride so much.
Marcelo was seated in the front car of the train, right behind the fake locomotive. The The ride was climbing through a tunnel when the locomotive lost the assembly that carries the rear wheels, causing the car to strike a tunnel roof. The first passenger car then ran under the airborne locomotive, killing Torres. The impacts crushed his chest and head, causing a very graphic death, and a traumatic and painful memory that the passengers behind the car of the train are likely to never forget.
One time, Ava didn't write that right.
Yeah, I don't like it because
Number 3.
Because
Of that?
no.
Tom Sawyer's Island is an artificial island in
I
the
love
Magic
that
Kingdom
one.
surrounded
I like
by
that.
the rivers of America. Disney refers to this single artificial river as the Rivers of America because the waterway that surrounds Tom Sawyer Island is meant to represent several important rivers in American history.
Rio Grande.
The island references Mark Twain characters with various structures and caves. The only way to get on and off the island is by a small wooden raft. In June of 1973, when 2 kids missed the last raft of the night off the island, things took a hellish turn for the worst.
What?
18-year-old Bogdan Delarat and his 10-year-old brother were on Tom Sawyer's Island, and they didn't have intentions of leaving with the group on the raft. Staying overnight on Tom Sawyer's Island seemed like a thrilling idea, at least only for a few hours, as staying on the island alone soon proved to be boring, so the 2 brothers decided to swim across the river without alerting anyone to their presence.
What?
A serious flaw in their plan was not considered until tragedy struck. The younger brother did not know how to swim, so his older brother attempted to carry him on his back while swimming to the shore.
That's a good
He
idea.
made it only halfway across the river before giving out and falling below the surface.
Or not. Hear that?
The younger brother was saved by a ride operator, but Bogdan drowned and his body was not found until the next day.
I don't know how to swim. I'm pretty sure you can tell me that.
Yeah, I will
Number
try.
4.
But make sure people
Disneyland's
know how to
monorail is the
do it.
quickest and best form of in-park
You
transit.
rode a
And having
monorail.
debuted
Yeah, I
in
like the train.
1959,
I like the
it's been
monorail.
around a long time. In fact, it actually opened just 4 years after the park's opening. Just 7 years after the monorail's opening, however, in 1966, a terrible, easily avoidable accident took the life of a high school student on his graduation night. The high school student was a 19-year-old senior named Thomas Guy Cleveland.
Thomas guy.
Thomas was trying to sneak into the park by climbing onto
You
the
spelled
monorail
Thomas, I
tracks.
think, in his name.
2 security guards spotted Thomas trying to climb up the tracks, and despite their constant warning yells telling him to get off and that there was a monorail coming, he either ignored or didn't hear them. He was subsequently struck and killed by a passing monorail.
Shit.
Oh, it jumped off.
Okay. Number 5.
Fun fact, guys. Our grandma's
Number
neighbor
5.
went to Disneyland the first day it opened.
The sailing ship
1950.
Columbia attraction at Disneyland is a full-scale replica of a ship built in 1773 called the Columbia Rediviva. The attraction
I
allows
don't think
guests
we
to wander
remember if
freely
we
around the
wrote
massive
that.
replica as it sails around the
Yeah,
scenic
we wrote
rivers
like
of
a different
America.
one with the big wheel.
It's supposed to be one of the more calming and relaxing attractions at the park, which makes this accident just that much more tragic. This accident also marked the first time a visitor died at Disneyland without any personal fault.
What?
The accident had nothing whatsoever to do with the guest and everything to do with those of the park. There was a rope fastened to a metal cleat on the hull of the ship when it was docked. As it turned out, the cleat was not strong enough to actually halt the ship's forward momentum. It was only strong enough to hold the ship in place while people got on and off. The problem was that the staff member responsible for docking the ship was never given the proper training for operating the boat. As the rope pulled against the cleat with the boat in motion, it tore loose and flew straight to the line of people waiting to get on the boat.
Oh my god!
Told
The
you.
fleet struck 3
Tell me
people,
you were
an
gonna
employee and 2 visitors, killing Lon Fee Dawson and severely disfiguring his wife.
Number 6. The last one.
And number 6. America's America Sings was an attraction at Disneyland that opened in 1974 and closed in 1988. It featured a
1974,
showbiz
that's when
pizza
America
type
Sings
cast of audio
started.
animatronic animals that sang songs from various periods in America's history. It was similar to the Carousel of Progress in that the whole seating area is part of one big carousel, and when the carousel spins, it moves the audience to different sections of the show with different animatronic characters.
So I guess we're not.
In 1974, the first year of operation for the show/ride, an employee was killed while working the attraction. Deborah Stone, who was only 18 years old, was a hostess at the time, and her job was to greet each guest who entered the attraction. She had just recently started working at Disneyland in order to help pay for her college tuition. After ushering a new group of people into the ride, she got too close to the theater wall as it began to move.
What?
The moving walls started to crush Deborah against the stationary section of the stage.
Sure, the bone was crushing.
Everybody in the carousel could hear the gut-wrenching screams, and some could even hear the sickening sounds of bones cracking. But by the time the ride was stopped and help arrived, Deborah had already been crushed to death. The scene was one of the most graphic Disney had ever seen to date.
No wonder you put that the last for best.
These are only a few selections from a long list of incidents that prove that even the so-called happiest place on Earth is not immune to disaster.
Yeah.
If you have any suggestions for future videos, or if you've heard...
Alright guys, that was it, I guess.
That was disturbing.
Yeah.
And you're the only one who got scared.
Yeah,
And
but it's just the metal thing just went like I thought I was strong enough to hold the boat. Guess I was wrong. Well, guys, I just hope that for those who've been to Disneyland and thought that this was a great place to be, I guess not all things have to be happy.
yeah.
I'm just so glad that we're still alive, and if we didn't make this reaction video, we wouldn't have been alive. So for those who will go to Disneyland, please be safe. Make sure to follow directions.
And a good luck.
Anyways, that's all for now.
See you later. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Subscribe to my little brother here. It's called his YouTube channel is called
The Little Bro 8.
The Little Bro 8. Yes, I will put it in the comment section below. See you later, guys.
Bye.
Bye bye.